All right, it's lunchtime. Well, it's a little late for me. It's a little after lunchtime, but I want to give you two hacks, two simple hacks. The reason why, because I get this question asked all the time. Mark, lunchtime, I'm just busy. I'm running, I'm in my car. I got to go here, got to go there. Sometimes I miss lunch. What should I do? Sometimes I end up going through the drive-through, or I just skip lunch altogether, and then I'm starving by 4 o'clock, and the next thing you know, then I'm overeating, or I'm eating and making bad choices. So I'm going to give you two hacks right now that should help. These are simple hacks that can not only help you survive, but actually can keep you on track. And it's the middle of the week. Of course, it's Wednesday, and this is when everybody falls off track. And I'm just going to say now, I'm not talking about packing your lunches in your Tupperware containers and, having everything meal planned out. That's, again, sometimes that just doesn't happen. It happen in your busy lives, and that happens on Sunday or Monday, or maybe you forgot to do it and life just got in the way. So you need to have your backup plans. You need to have a couple of things ready to go. Now, this is not to say that I condone or think that real food shouldn't be consumed, but the reality is that we don't always make the best choices or prepare in advance. So I'm going to share with you right now a couple of things. And again, these aren't things that you want to just be eating necessarily all the time. Ideally, real, fresh, whole foods, right? But I'm going to be a realist. I'm not hardcore and say, you can't eat anything packaged, and you better not eat any of this, and you better not eat any of that. That's just kind of like the definition of insanity, right? Like expecting perfection. Here's the deal. So I got a couple things, and one of the things that I like, and actually, again, it's not even organic. You can do the organic route, and if you're going to do yogurt, but here's something. You're like, oh, yogurt, Mark? There's like artificial this and sugar and that. Yes, I get it, right? Totally. You don't have to go down that purist route. I'm not talking about the purist route, but let's just say if you do get a yogurt, this is something easy. You can take it with you on the go. In fact, I might open this up and eat it here just in a minute in front of you guys. This is one brand. My kids like this. I like it. What I like about it, that is pretty high protein, 15 grams. This one is no sugar. Yes. Oh, there's some artificial. What's the sweetener in here? I don't remember what the sweetener. Natural flavors. Yes, that means artificial flavors. I see there is no sugar. There's probably a bit of sucralose in it. But again, not eating these all day, every day, right? So there's 15 on the go, quick and easy. Throw it in like a cooler bag and take it to work, right? A banana, another option. But here's the thing. It's not the two hacks. That's not really a hack. The two hacks are to, number one, have a backup plan. Have something like this ready you can just take and go. The other things, now I'm not saying, oh my gosh, packaged food. This is not food. But there's some good quality products. Kind bars are not a bad quality. What I love about, now bars, there's a billion of them, right? So you want to be careful on what you choose. I like to think of it as just look for the ingredients. If there's only a couple of ingredients, you're doing yourself pretty good. This one actually is pretty good. It's a larger bar. Again, this has 240 calories. So if you're calorie counting, you look at that. But I do like it has 12 grams of protein, and I believe there's a good amount of fiber. I can't recall because we have different types of bars. There's not too much on the carbs. 5 grams of fiber in here. So this is a good option, is to have a few of these. Of course, if you live in Florida and it's hot and they have chocolate, there's chocolate in this one, dark chocolate, might melt. Some of the bars are made. I think this one isn't a melting one. This one's called Rise. Again, I don't make any money for these companies. But what I love of this, it's only 5 ingredients, 15 grams of protein. I think this one has a little bit more on the fat and on the carbs. Yeah, there's 270 calories, so it's a little bit more calorie dense, right? So have a couple packages. It's not to say, oh, well, gosh, no, that's a packaged food. But then if you go through a drive-through at McDonald's or, at Krispy Kreme or Chick-fil-A, or you take something and you have 1,500 calories versus a few hundred calories from a bar. Now, here's the hack. So one of the hacks is to have a backup plan. That's the first hack. Make sure you go into it. Just have on the side. I know people that carry bars in their car. They take these with them. They have their meals, but then something throws them off course. But here's the other thing, and this is a beautiful thing. Look at this right here. Do you know what this is? Chances are, if you've been up and down in diets, you've tried different things and ways to eat and shakes, you'll be like, oh yeah, that looks familiar. Yeah, so look, you see this? So this is the protein powder for my drink, right? What I love is some companies have these protein packs. They're like single package, and you could take those with you, or you could just scoop out your protein, put it in this bottle. It's called a shaker bottle. I just bought some new ones. This one's called a blender bottle. And guess what this is? This is your instant blender right here. Literally, I'm gonna show you how this works right now, okay? 8 of you are watching. This is awesome right there. I'm gonna put in my 8. Let's just kind of give or take. Again, what am I using for here? Sometimes we don't do milk too much in this house. Almond Breeze. Again, is it organic? No, it's vanilla, but it is unsweetened. So I know they make kinds that are sweetened. This only has 30 calories per serving in 8 ounces in 1 cup. So again, I'm not necessarily trying to cut too many on calories. In fact, my workouts have been actually asking me to take in more calories and more fuel because I need that for my muscles. So I'm going to be eating this and I'm going to be drinking this. Is about how many grams of protein? 13 grams of protein, 15 grams of protein in this protein powder. But look, I put the little whisk in there. Now I'm going to show you, this is literally hands-on. Check this out. So again, if you've done this, you take this with you. You can even have the little packages or the protein powder at work or even in your car. You have the shaker bottle. Now you can actually, maybe grab, again, it's really good to have one of those little coolers, or you can go and buy yourself a little almond milk. They make those single serves and watch. Shaker bottle in action. Literally right here. You gotta do this quick to expedite the time. Here we go, here we go. Super easy. This is hack number 2. You're like, oh no, I don't have a blender with me at work. I can't take my blender with you. Here's your blender. They've been making these for years. We've had these in the gym when we owned a gym. And now, will it blend up maybe as nice? Actually, this does a pretty darn good job. And there you go. It's lunch right there. Lunch in a bottle. Now, I'm not one to be drinking lunch all the time. I like to eat food. I'm going to sit here and eat this banana. And I'm going to eat, actually, this is banana flavor. Like, yeah, I'm not a banana. Actually, sometimes I'll stick, when I can blend this, I'll stick the banana in a real blender and chop that up. You can't do that in this. I don't think it would go too well if you put this in here. It wouldn't shake up. But literally, this is it. Hack number 2. Get yourself some protein powder. Here's what's good about protein. We're like, oh, everybody talks about protein. What I love about it, aside from it helping the muscles, protein takes a little longer to digest. That's a good sign because it fills you up. So the one thing that I don't typically do, and I don't recommend, and this is just a freebie on the side, is to not be like if you're on the go, like you're running and gunning and doing this and driving here and driving there, a lot of times, even regardless of what you're eating, whether it's a fast food, whether it's a shake, whether it's a bar, you're choosing a bar, or you're eating a yogurt, whatever it is, you do a couple things. You eat too fast and you tend to be focused on something else other than the meal that you're eating. So if you're able to that was just an extra bonus. Slow down the process, right? You're like, oh, Mark, well, I got to do this and I got to do that. Okay, so if you have to speed it up, have a backup plan, have a couple of options for you, have some bars at your desk at work. That way you won't be too inclined to go after maybe what people brought in. They brought some donuts in, maybe you work at a doctor's office. My wife talks about it all the time. When she used to work at a doctor's office, they'd bring in food and they knew because she was the salad woman. She had the salad and the protein and they made sure she had what she had. But a lot of times that's not the case and you get kind of stressed out. And when you get stressed out, you end up making some bad choices. And instead of a protein shake, you go for a milkshake, right? Instead of a yogurt, you may go for like a creamy soup. Instead of a bar with 15 grams of protein, you go for that 12-inch sub and it ends up being 1,000 calories. You're like, Mark, there's like, this bar is not that big and there's almost 270 calories and there's 13 grams of fat in it. Yeah, and you're worried about this. But then you're not looking at what's in the shake and it's usually probably 3 or 4 times as much, or that sub, that foot-long sub that's 1,000 calories and 50 grams of fat. So keep that in mind. Simple hack, simple hack. Shaker bottle, such an underutilized thing. Shaker bottle, take that with you and then have a backup plan, all right? That's all I got. Take care and enjoy your lunch.